That evening, they wended their way along one of the passages in the encampment to the large tent in the center. Their guide, Habib, led the way with a kerosene lantern that threw flickering shadows on the tent walls as they passed. Everyone they saw nodded respectfully in deference to their position as dining guests of the sheikh. Inside the octagonal tent, the air was scented with cinnamon. Flickering candles lit a low wooden table set with dishes of roasted lamb, rice, kofta, freshly baked bread, and bowls of thick red and green broth. The sheikh's piercing eyes glinted in the dim candlelight. He gestured to Strickland, patting the pillow beside him. Habib sat on Strickland's other side to translate, and Franklin and Nurse Saleh sat across from the three men. Habib introduced everyone. Abdul Bar, said the sheikh, bowing slightly to each of them with his hands on his heart. They replied in kind. Bob, Strickland said. Bub, the elder repeated back with relish. Despite the language barrier, Abdul Bar proved to be a charming dinner companion, regaling them with tales of his adventures and conquests in the desert as a young man. I learned very early that the desert has a soul, a power, he said, his eyes glinting in the golden light. The wise man merges with that power and learns the ways of its strength. The fool does not and is destroyed. Strickland found himself occasionally averting his eyes from the old chieftain as they conversed. His gaze was almost too soul-searching. It was clear why the man had risen to his position of leadership, for he possessed a palpable energy and charisma. Across the table, Franklin and Saleh conversed at length about the role of the World Health Organization and their mutual interests in disease prevention in the developing world. Strickland found himself momentarily pulled in by the conversation. Then the sheikh spoke directly to him, pausing to let Habib translate. I can often see into men's eyes, he said, without a hint of egotism. I sense that the desert also speaks to you, and that this journey is about more than just your science. Strickland looked back at him without speaking, and the old man placed his hand on his wrist. At once, Strickland felt a palpable warmth enter his body. As he looked into the old man's eyes in the flickering candlelight, he felt suddenly disoriented, though not unpleasantly so, as if time and place had been cut loose from their moorings. You will find what you seek, the old man announced, but not here, not yet.